Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Oh, hey, we're here already. Ba-dum. Hello, everybody. Ba-dum, ba-bum, ba-bum, bum, bum, bum. We're doing it live. Hello. Twist, twist. All right, let's see if this actually works here. Hello, hello, hello. I thought I was on the other screen. Pop the chat out. Say hello, hello. And let's see if we're actually calibrated here today. Twist. Oh, well, we might not be calibrated. Close that. Get a little more light over here. Bum, 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 bum. Oh. Well, that's problematic. I think that's problematic. We are not working. We don't have the twisties. Is it because we have the wrong avatar? Let's try this one. How about this one? Bend. Oh. Is this one? This one. Hi. No. We're testing out some new tracking. And it could be that I don't have it set right, or it could be that the avatar doesn't have it set correctly. Let's try that one. So we've got our side to side now. We don't have our sitting. Interesting. Oh, we've got a little bit of a crouch. To be fair, this tracker is in a slightly different spot. Okay, let's try this again. How about now? Now. Twist. Twist. Let's try resetting the trackers. I love the sound that makes. Mew. Meow. Which other one was that? Oops. Oops. Probably doesn't help if the tracker keeps falling down too. Okay, let's do a calibration. I hear these 3D people need to do all sorts of calibrations. Oh, that green screen is ugly. Let's disable that there. That there green screen. Green screen, green screen, green screen. Bam. Okay, there we go. There we go. This will be a good location. Well, our feet are firmly planted on the ground, so that's a nice change of pace. But can we twist? Can we lean? Can't really lean. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's go find these mysterious settings. Is it track spine? Oh, we're crouching. We're crouching, but we're not leaning forward. So I had to play with a whole combination of different things here to get this to work properly. Okay, let's see. We got that. Oh, my hip's not assigned. Well, that's silly. That's no wonder it's not working. No wonder it's not working. There we go. Now I'm a VR person. Now I'm working in VR. You can tell because... Okay. Let's recalibrate. We might need to recalibrate. Just saying. I have all my trackers on. Yes. Mew. Okay. And now we do one of these. There. That looks slightly less horrifying. And it looks like my eyes are carrying over now. Okay. Let's do a reset over here. Okay. Oh, the cool thing about having full body tracking is that our feet are firmly planted on the ground now. And by full body tracking, I do not have full body tracking. I can twist though. Look at me. I'm twisting. So I'm not just pivoting in place and rotating back and forth. In fact, now I can roller skate all over the place. Okay, let's put the controller away for a second though. What? Oh, this is exciting. And as always, let me know if the music's too loud. Let me know if the music's too loud. There we go. So we can turn. We can crouch from this angle. There we go. Look it, we can hunch over. Oh, I need a cane. We can hunch. We can be old man Rusty finally. Oh, that is cool. Yeah. Oh, Rusty dance party. Yeah, look at. We can shuffle. We can crouch. It looks like I'm slightly tilted. Not that, you know, being slightly tilted is yeah, there's like a phrase in there somewhere, I guess. I'm definitely leaning to one side though. Let's see, where's the button? Where's the button? Oh, okay. I keep moving my lower tracker. Can you tell that which tracker I'm moving? I just have it sitting on my lap right now, so it's a little... I need a fanny pack to put it in, I think. Okay, come on, be nice. No, that's not nice. Mew. This way maybe? No. Okay, let's try this one more time. Let's see how many times we Mo back. Okay. Let's try this again. I have all my trackers on. Sitting upright. Okay. There we go. There, I'll take it. I'll take it. Good enough. Hello. Are you over here? Hello? Are you lost? It's very exciting though. Very exciting. And of course, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, let's scooch over to the desk here a little bit. So exciting things. I got one exciting thing was figured out my Bluetooth issues. Turns out my motherboard does need the Wi-Fi antennas plugged in. Even though I'm not using Wi-Fi. Because, and I found this on the back of the box, the back of the motherboard box. It is indeed Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth antennas. So yeah. So that is on me. Because I didn't look at the bottom of the box. You know, a year after I installed everything. This whole crouching thing is it's very amusing. And it's not even pseudo full. I guess it is kind of not complete full body tracking. And it's definitely going to be a little getting used to until I get this poor tracker seated in the right spot. So I have a feeling I'm going to be leaning to the side quite a bit today. Let's see. Which way? This way? No. This way? This way? This way. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Oops, I made it worse. Man, it'd be nice to have actual tracker straps and everything on. No, not you. How about you? Yeah, definitely you. Okay. Now that I'm done talking to myself. There. Yep, definitely need that tracker. Anyways, you know what I should do? I wonder if this would work. We're going to recalibrate one more time. Because I don't want to be like this for one thing. Okay, so we're going to lock this up one more time. I had a much better idea. A much better idea if it works. If it works. Where are you? Where are you? Slime tracker. Here's what we're using. Okay, let's see. Previous step. Full reset. Sit up straight. If I'm sitting up straight here, that means I'll be slouching the entire time. There. Oh, that is much better. So, Smart Rusty here. Smart Rusty here decided to put the lap tracker, or the hip tracker, on the desk. Yeah, right there. On the desk, so I don't have to worry about it sliding around in my lap. We're using slime today. Ooh. We're using slime. I am now a cute slime girl. Heck yeah. Life goals complete. Oh, we gotta reset. We will probably have some drifting. Because that's a thing, I guess. There we go. Camera 2, camera 1. Camera 1 seems really far to the side today. Oh, this is probably why. Oh boy, yeah, this is going to take some getting used to. This is going to take a little bit of getting used to. Okay. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. That's what else is different. Okay. We are not mirroring our motion. Hello. Hello. Okay. That's what the problem was. Okay. Ha. So I was wondering why I was looking in the wrong spot. And I was looking in the wrong spot because when I was testing this whole everything out, which you probably can't see much of. When I was testing out the SlimeVR tracking, I had to turn off a whole bunch of different settings, play with them all. So here we are. Here we are now, fully calibrated because I'm looking the right way. I can blink and everything this time? Okay, cool, cool. And it transfers over here into Unity. That is great. So now I can lean forward. I can crouch and look at the computer. If she's out of the way, I can tap, tap, tap. Look at the screen. We even have shadows, of course, because we're in a game engine. Very exciting stuff. But yeah, so what we're doing is we're using SlimeVR, which is a IMU. I think that's inertial motion measurement. I think. But instead of using the actual SlimeVR trackers, which I don't know, I might have to get a nice set. We are using a Samsung S10 strapped to my chest right now. I'm actually using a laptop bag strap. Oops, I probably shouldn't move it around. And then I'm using a right here on my lap, except it's on the desk in front of me now. is a Joy-Con, a Nintendo Switch Joy-Con. Because those have all the rotational data and the gyroscopes and all that fun stuff. Okay, we are probably going to get a bit of drift, so I'm sure I will be, yeah, look at that, yeah. I'm sure I'll be turning away from the camera quite a few times tonight. That is the downside of using this this particular setup. Is that apparently these things happen. Now we do have drift compensation. Okay. Yes. Are we constantly spinning on the y-axis? Good question. Let's do a... There we go. Oh, wow. Yeah, that... So only in the 5 minutes since I was playing with this, we already turned like almost 90 degrees to the side. So I have a feeling we'll be hitting that button quite often. Quite often tonight. Okay. Get myself a drink. As is tradition. No mug? Where'd my... Oh, this model doesn't have a mug. Let's see if I can use a different model. Although this one in the lower left, my VC face model, I know I gave up my mug. This one has more corrections applied to it, and it is the most advanced model. This has all the blend shapes, including the test blend shapes for the mouth, which didn't really work out. Zoom. See, we've got the cartoony mouth projection, which would use all of the fun AR kit blend shapes. But the problem being is that there's too many blend shapes for a cartoony mouth, I think. Especially since you can't see it right now due to poor lighting, but yeah, so I'm making all sorts of nights. See, I can smirk. See. Full on camera, there you go. Smirk. Brown. Wide open. Left, right. Although I forgot 2 critical blend shapes when I did this one. So I have smirk on this side. And frown is also on this side. I didn't grab the other side, so I can only smirk on one side now. It is truly a smirk, I can't smile. We can turn that off. The projection, that is. But see, this one has the more advanced eyes, where it's more smoothed. All sorts of fun stuff like that. So I want to give this... Oh, and a squint. I can finally squint without it jittering like crazy. So we'll give this one a shot. I also don't think I have the orange. I do not have orange mode. Darn. But we'll give this one a shot for tonight. Not so zoomed in, though. There we go. Oh, look. Man, we got some crazy drift. We're already rotated slightly. Okay, so tonight's endeavors. First of all, turn off the holographic mouth. That we can do over here somewhere. New mouth. Control-Alt-Shift-F8. Control-Alt-Shift-F8. Bam. Because I have it set to a toggle. See? Now, no more mouth. Well, no more of that mouth. Where's it? So I don't have my desktop audio piping through, but every time you reset SlimeVR, it makes this little cat sound. It goes mew. I don't know. Have you tried it before? I was reading up on different tracking because I want to get a little bit more into VR. By a little bit, I mean any. I want to get into some VR, partially for the motion tracking. So I've been keeping my eyes open for, well, I'm partially just because VR is super cool. And keeping my eyes open in used markets. to find something entry-level priced. Because I have a computer that can handle it, but I don't have a headset or any of the lighthouses. I don't have any of that stuff. So I'd be starting from scratch. There we go. So I'd be starting from scratch. Come on. There we go, phone. Thank you. Bookkeeping taken care of. Stream can start now. Oh, so cool. So the entire stream will be me pretending to press all the devices. Up, up, up. And we'll crouch even more. Tappy, 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 tappy. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, the mixed reality thing was going to be so cool. Was that HoloLens? Is that what it was called? I forget what it was called exactly, but that was going to be super cool. I remember the tech demos for it, at least. That was augmented reality, though. Yeah, the mixed reality. Yeah. So one of my... Oh, I got rid of the green screen. Ha! Yeah. So let's see. Where was I going to go with that thought? Oh yeah, so for the VR sets, I do get motion sick, so I would need I do get motion sickness, but I've tried VR before, so I want to shoot for a slight, not first gen VR, maybe like a Vive Pro or something of that generation, not the newest one because that's expensive, but something a little wait, hold on, little lower. Did I never put the toggle? I never put the toggle for the ship. I thought I did. I thought I had the toggle for the ship. But let's see. Windows Mixed Reality also did VR. So was it a headset or like a full-on, like what kind of tracking was it? Like was it the lighthouse tracking, or was it like an inside-out tracking, or camera-based like the Kinect? They had something that was based on the more advanced Kinect camera. That was going to be one of my early motion tracking robot. Yeah, that was going to be one of my early motion tracking experiments for the robot. Was going to be using a Kinect. What am I doing? I should be using this controller. Where's the zoom button? There it is. Zoom. Look at my models rotated so much it looks like I'm playing the game. Yes, look at all these fine buttons. Look at all these fine buttons. It'd be a shame if somebody were to go and mess them up and play with all the buttons and sliders. We gotta rotate just a little bit more. Come on, Rusty. Nope, the other way. There you go. Nope, still no dice. Wow, I'm fully... Look at... Okay, so if you look... how do I gesture here? So if you look at my waist in the game engine, if you look in here... Okay, can I point to my own waist? You can see, because I'm low polygon, you can see the stretching of the vertices, not the vertices, but the polygon lines. If you look at my waist. Yeah, so this won't be a super good solution until I use probably actual trackers. There we go. Until I'm using actual trackers. There we go. play with these. Play with these levers. Move them around. Cool, cool. I forget if I enabled collision on my hands. Nope, apparently I did not. Not enable collision on my hands. I can sink right through here. But if I move just right, it looks like I'm typing at stuff, huh? Yeah. Variety of different tracking methods. Yeah, I'm not ready to dive into the expensive end, although, you know, well, I was an animation student back in the early aughts, so a long time ago, and just this kind of real-time rendering was a dream back then. This was not possible with the tracking and everything, let alone a video game looking even this good. You know, obviously we can do amazing stuff with more realistic type rendering. But yeah, no, just having real-time motion capture was a faraway dream, a faraway, very expensive dream back then. So this is pretty cool. And now I have at least a little bit of. Wow, I look really small in this corridor, don't I? There we go. I'm going to be playing with all the buttons, all the buttons I can get my hands on. So I can do the crouching, and the software, I don't have any tracking on my feet. So it is moving my hips based on, funny enough, based on the chest tracker. The distance, probably the distance or angles from the chest tracker to the waist tracker, because those are the only two I'm using. And it says, oh, you're crouching a lot, therefore you are probably, or you're bending a lot, so therefore you're probably bending your knees and going lower. Neat how it figures all that out. We're using a couple different technologies like that just kind of figure things out without having full tracking. I mean, my arm, shoulders and arm tracking and everything is Elite Motion, which is tracking the kind of the forearm to the fingertips. Ooh, I can show that off too. That might break. It might break what we're doing in the game. Let's see. No? That didn't break anything? Oh, look at that. So, this model, or sorry, the model in the lower corner is definitely not full bells and whistles going. But, oh my gosh, wait, are you kidding me? What the heck happened to my hands? Come on. Well, that's a new one. So I tried this out. Not you, man over there. I'll zoom you out so no one gets confused. I had this working yesterday. And today it absolutely does not work. That is very curious. Because I decided I finally want fingers. I finally want more than a flipper. Ooh, wow. You know what it's doing. I know what it's doing. There it goes. That's odd. It was mirroring the motion, and that's why it was screwing up the fingers. Oh no. So, the oh no is partially because I keep drifting. There, hello. So the oh no is because I had that same problem where it didn't look like it was lining up correctly. I want to say like last August, I was making robot fingers. I could not get it to work right. So I was just like, I'll just shelve this to the side for now because I don't want to mess with it. You know, I don't want to, I don't need fingers right now. I want to build out my world or whatever I was doing at the time. The problem is just that I had the tracking mirrored. Yeah, this is like a super quick chop job here. I just separated the fingers out on this model. They are not proportional. That's why they look like odd little French fries. But they fully track. See, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this. See? But it was because I had it mirrored and I had only rigged up one side. That's ridiculous. Okay. So it did work last year. It did work last year. That's sad. Okay, now let's load up a different model. Can we do Rusty Biz with the bells and whistles? Maybe. Nope, you are off of the ground. I have a number of different models that were troubleshooting or works in progress, all sorts of things. So we're gonna be going with this one tonight. There we go. We're gonna zoom back out. Oh, and I might be getting an ad right now. Might be getting an ad right now. All right. So now we're just staring off into space. More space. Now we're in the office. Also, other fun things that I tested this weekend. So one, spent a little bit of time and I did bust apart the fingers just to make sure they worked. And as we just saw, apparently they did work. They did work. I just was playing with too many settings. And I have the motion mirrored so that what I see matches up with what's in front of me. So I have tracking mirrored. So this is my spoiler. This is my right hand and this is my left hand. So when I'm moving the mouse around, it's more like I'm a lefty. Just works better that way for what we're doing here, what I'm doing here, how I'm doing it. It's easier for me to keep track of, oh, I'm touching the screen, or almost touching the screen with my hand. Like we're touching fingers, like a ET. No, is that ET? Anywho, yeah. So that was one of the things, and apparently, yeah, we can have hands just fine. Unfortunately, I will need to go through and repaint the weights on the body in order to do that. Luckily, we're low polygon, so there's not a whole lot of intricacies. You know, it's not expected to be perfectly mapped to all the muscles and everything. It's like, nope, we have big boxy fingies, and that's okay. The other thing I did get working, spout's working again. So that's exciting. In fact, we could have Pat right behind us here again. Now, I disabled this a long time ago for test. Looks like I have way too many effects attached to it. There we go. Test. So I disabled it a long time ago because it's horribly unstable. But I think moving to Unity 6, getting some of my other GPU lighting issues, getting some of those figured out, getting some efficiencies, some bugs worked out of it. I think we can bring in Spout again, which means we should have a visitor. Oh, did I turn him off? Okay, I gotta turn that back on. Okay, hold on. Let's see. First of all, I should just leave this screen up in the background. Mew. One moment, I'm getting a request. Mm-hmm. Okay. I might have to send a couple texts tonight. Just a little bit of real life stuff. Nothing bad. Nothing bad. Let's see. Let's pop you over here for now. We'll have many Rusties on the screen, including he who T-poses. Okay, we need a green screen camera. Nope, that's not the right green screen camera. We need the green screen cam. There we go. Render test. Oh, it might help if we had. Is this right? No, this is. Hold on. Let's see. So, it's partially right. It's partially right. But what is not right about it? So what we're doing here is we are running. How bad is it? How bad's the lag? It's a little choppy. It's a little choppy. So theoretically, this tall Rusty on the left-hand side is spout export from the Unity app, which is exciting. All right, but it's been a long time since I've done this, because it was not working nicely at the time. We need this one? No, we did not need that one. Okay. Why and how? How does my green screen camera work? Okay, this we might have to wait till next time, but it hasn't crashed yet. So we can possibly fulfill our goal of replacing Mr. VC face on the bottom there with the app. As soon as I figure out how to get rid of this giant gray block, for some reason the green screen background is not disappeared. And it really should be disappeared. Okay, it's the default layer. This camera should only be playing. There is culling mask, not the default layer. No. Nothing. Oh, not nothing. Everything? Not everything. Default? How about just player? Wow, why isn't it showing what it's supposed to be showing? Welcome in, Benny Vivi. Welcome in. I am trying to troubleshoot. That's a big me. That's a very big me. I'm trying to troubleshoot why. For one thing, why I'm turning so much, but I know that reason. Why is my green screen background not ungreen screening? Now we got shadows. Shadows are good. I will have to look at this later. For some reason, background type uninitialized. Yeah, it's supposed to be masking out this background. This background is the default layer. And it is just staying there. Okay, we will have to save this for later. But yeah, no, it's exciting. We're not crashing anything yet. And we look good. And this will be rendered with a transparent background. It's just a little bit larger than it normally would be. Just a little bit. Okay. So for now, we will turn off the green screen cam. Unless we need both of these. Is that what it is? That'd be sad. Nope. Okay. So something about how I changed this camera. Something about how oh no. Is that really it? Do I just have to Okay, spout is being fussy. It's might be a spout setting then. There we go. Ta-da! Okay. Welcome in. You can have the tour. You can have the tour. So right now, in the lower left of the screen, we're using VC Face for our avatar and motion tracking. Well, not motion tracking, but to accept in all of the motion tracking, because we're trying out some new stuff tonight. There we go. Hello. So VC Face has this avatar in the bottom left loaded. And so that's being captured in OBS. That's what we're using to broadcast everything here. Currently, my desktop background. I wonder if that's the problem. But currently my desktop background that has Unity running. This is my little playground where I've been learning Unity, trying to make my own VTubing broadcasting environment kind of deal. But I want to, part of that whole thing is that I want to replace this guy in the bottom left with my own version up here, currently in the middle. So this area of the map, or this area of the level, which let's see, you can see way over here. You can see way over here. Hi. So this is the edit mode, and this is the game over here, the fully rendered scene. So what I was just messing with is I finally, after months, I decided to try to do the green screen thing again by bringing data back and forth. We were trying to export it from Unity with a transparent background, no green screening technically, over to OBS, and it was successful with caveats. It was coming over, but the background wasn't transparent like it should be. But I've made a lot of changes in this whole setup since then, since I last messed with it. But I will debug that off stream, not live. But currently tonight I'm just teleport to the office. My usual chatting environment here. Let's see. Let's go to the main office. Let's show you what that looks like. Ta-da! It's part of an asset pack that I just dropped into a space level. But here we are. And for the whole grand tour, we got Rusty Robot Factory. The robot. As I said, playing around in Unity, trying to just have fun, get back into 3D modeling and animation type stuff after I've been gone from a long time. And we do have, along with these Unity shenanigans, we do have, not tonight with us, but we do have a physical robot that I also can control with the VTubing software. So the same motion capture, well, he doesn't have hands, but the same motion capture data can get sent over to a robot that's sitting about 5 feet away from me here. As you can see, here's a screen capture as a stand-in. Yep, he's a robot. Well, more of a puppet. I use the term robot with a big old asterisk next to it because, I mean, he's not self-propelled or thinking or anything like that. He's another version of me, but instead of being a VTuber avatar here, he's my face cam streamer. So he'll move around and everything. Where don't I have a I think I have a trailer here somewhere. A trailer here somewhere. So this is the channel trailer, but show some of the shenanigans we get up to. I should make an updated trailer. Oh, you saw the trailer of the trailer? Yes, so coming up real soon. Oh, here's me trying to get more of that spout stuff working a few months ago. And coming up real soon, we should have the robot. There we go. So there's the robot. This was in dark mode with the lights out, and tracking was still picking up my face, my facial movements really well. But yeah, no, he's my robot. So usually I've been trying to do Wednesdays when I have time to do all the extra setup required for booting up his PC, his ancient PC, making sure he's working and he won't go a little off script. So then, yeah, we use him instead of the VTuber avatar. And it's a lot of fun. It's all part of this big project. So, well, thank you. The Rusty Robot Factory project. In fact, I think that's what tonight's stream was called. Yes, I did call it that. So we're kind of going around and playing catch up for a bit, because what we have been doing, I stepped away from the experimentation. Because I did most of this from scratch. Now I'm using a lot of assets from like low polygon asset packs that all this nice environment, this look that we have a whole space station hiding right outside the door over here. But I have been modeling some things myself. Let's cover this one up. No, oh, it won't let me. Okay. Well, anyways, I've been modeling some stuff myself, like these retro monitors. One of them's being hidden right now. One of those monitors is being hidden right now, but I've been modeling stuff for my other environment. I'm taking all the scripts and little stuff I've learned along the way on this environment, and we are moving it to a new project with the factory, the abandoned robot factory. It's going to be great. We're going to head over there now because I think... Yep. Well, for one thing, I wanted to try out the new tracking, which isn't terrible. I'm sure it'll get better if I had decent trackers on me instead of using a phone and a Nintendo Joy-Con as stand-ins for decent trackers. Yeah, we can do things like crouch. We can twist. We can twist now. If you look at my waist, it's a little stretched funny. So we're over twisting because I'm getting tracker drift. Yeah, so the backstory, I'd call it lore, I guess, since I am a VTuber. The backstory is that the digital model is, let's get this loading. Digital model is how the robot sees himself. It's factory management software or something like that. Some kind of factory management type software. And this is how we see ourselves. Whereas the physical robot is how he actually is as he's being put back together after being abandoned for years and years. Possibly found by some hiker or something. So we're building out the factory, took a stock level, have been altering it along the way, setting it up for cool camera locations, like staring out the window here. I'm gonna leave the purple void. I like the purple space void for now, so we're gonna keep that. So over here, this office might look pretty familiar. There's some changes. Some differences. This is going to be the office. Here, let's we can get rid of the starter assets warning sign over there, I guess you want to call it. There we go. So this is what this is over here, the program we're in right now. This is the asset pack environment. So I'm gathering in all different assets and stuff. And then I will soon mind you, I'll package all this up and make that new make that whole new game, the whole new environment to stream from. So starting fresh without all the baggage to come along with it. The baggage that we've been testing and debugging and all that stuff. Oh, I do have a few things in here that are working. One of them is I do have some physics. I don't have all the nice stuff like the extra lighting and camera controls. I don't think I can pick stuff up. Pick stuff up? Nope, I don't have the interaction scripts written here either. But we're working on stuff. Yeah, so this area is mostly complete. We need the pile of monitors. I need a whole lot more monitors over here. We don't have the tracking, the nice motion tracking and everything in this, I might as well just call them games, in the factory. We don't have them here yet. We just have those in the other project. There we go. We have there. Nice spot down here. I have to get rid of the items on this table. They came with the assets, with the level. Let's see. Ooh, Wednesday's stream. We're going to be working on some art assets and logos. So it'll no longer say Cinco Toys on all the boxes. We will have our good old Rusty Robot Factory logo on there. I'll be cleaning up some of the textures. Finally working on my logo, doing the line art. Let's see what's through this door. Yes. And I'm working some of these collisions for these areas too. Building number two, we do have the inside of the robot's head. And it's coming along quite nicely. Looks like we imported some of the stuff last time that we were working on. Oh yeah, some grossly modeled cabling from the sky there. I think today's agenda for me was to... Oh wow, I have really drifted. I think today's agenda... Okay, we need that... Okay, hold on. I have to change some settings here. We are having to reset this all the time. There we go. Okay, that should maybe take care of that. There. Hopefully we won't spin around as much now. Okay. Ghost within shells within ghost. Yes. I'm going to take it even a little bit deeper, but not quite yet. So what we have here is we do have the inside of the physical robot's head. So the gear, might as well just move the character right here. Like this gear and the servo and the floating, pay no attention to all the floating wires. We're a work in progress. So these gears, the little gear right by Rusty, and then there's one through the floor. Those control the side to side on the robot. How the robot nods is this gear right here. This half moon, and then the little gear below it. And then there's a whole like neck servos and all that kind of stuff. That is how the robot tilts the head back and forth and moves. Let's quickly teleport back into spot. Here, this table is the control board. This is the Arduino Mega that is inside of his head. And we're slowly connecting the wires over in Maya and then importing them here. This is the camera lens, the back of the camera lens anyways. I don't think the camera will let us go through the wall. It will not. We have collisions set, so we can't go quite through the wall. Yeah, so that's one of the fun things we're working on. I did want to take a break on that though. Just kind of draw the wires in, probably off screen maybe. But yeah, we're close to being able to export this level into the whole new environment. Get rid of some of the experimentation, like this giant tree right here. We do need to add in a lot more decay into the factory itself. So maybe we'll do that today. Maybe we'll start tossing a whole bunch of rubble around and then slowly build it back up. To a more perfect environment, I guess you could say. But yes, so the robot factory that the digital robot lives in, and then the inside of the physical robot's head being represented within that that scenario. Possibly for, you know, lore story reasons, possibly. But also because it's super cool. And we're going to have moving parts here too. The gears and the lens are going to turn with the tracking data, because I can, you know, as you saw on the other one, we have fully motion captured, right? Mm-hmm. The same movements this little guy in the corner makes can be transferred into the game. We can also then take those movements and apply them to other objects within the game by linking them. You know, so not just like, oh, it'll track you around. No, I can make these gears turn with the same rotations, because I'll just grab my code from the other. The other part of this whole setup, as if the robot was moving right here. Oh, so cool! I love this whole unnecessary layers over and over and over again. It's great. Okay. You know what? Today we are going to work on. I was thinking the factory, but I need to find more reference material for abandoned factories, urban exploring and such. But the office I can do. We just need to dump a bunch more monitors over here and make it era appropriate. So I'm going to finally delete that LCD screen. All right. Let's see. Man, I drift like crazy. This is really something. I don't think this is usable unless I get the actual SlimeVR trackers. Is it possible to have the stream from the real-life robot cam show up in this environment on a monitor? Yes. Yes, and in all sorts of fun ways. And that's part of what I was trying out earlier with the green screen. The green screen works two ways, like, if that makes sense. Teleport. If you look, let's see, let's activate it. Ta-da! Look it. I've got where are we? I've got Winamp playing down on the monitor here. So this is the OBS feed. I think it's currently not liking it because it's infinite windows. Here, so there, we'll do this. See? Ta-da! There's all sorts of us on the screen now. But yes, so before this, there was a widescreen monitor set up here instead of an old retro monitor. So the aspect ratio is a little off. But yes, we can send data, or we can send video back into here. I think from more sources than just OBS also. For instance, I could have a secondary OBS running if I really wanted to. We can also play video files and all sorts of stuff. But yes, so we could take the camera feed from the robot. Let's see. I don't know if I have the chatting. No, of course not, because now you can't see. You have to apply in OBS. You have to apply the plugin to the scene you are exporting, or to the object you are exporting. So that's why it doesn't quite work like that, unless I attach to everything. But we can do cool stuff like this too. This is just the chat source, and it's being rendered with a transparent background. See? I think I can go right through it. Where is it? There it is. Where are you? 3 dimensions. 3 dimensions when they're not aligned with you. There we go. There we go. I have a dancing dinosaur in the palm of my hand. That is fun. Right now I have too many post-processing effects. It acts kind of goofy with the post-processing. There's ways around that. I just I had set this project aside, or this tidbit of the project aside quite a while ago. Bunnies. Bunnies. Could be worse. It could be bunnies. Bam. Wait. Okay, can we... Are we too far away? Are we too far away? Come on, hand tracking. Okay, that's too much work. Yes, I could capture chat. And we're drifting again. Funny. That is funny. There we go. Ooh, it auto-corrected itself. Oh, finally. I was playing with the settings in SlimeVR, which is what we're currently using for the full body tracking. I have 2 trackers on me. So we're not in VR, but we are a... Oh, is she TOS appropriate? She ain't wearing no pants. There. Anyways, that would be so hilarious if I got in trouble for doing this. So we'll there we go. She's wearing a bodysuit, obviously. But yes, we're using SlimeVR. Currently just have 2 trackers. Oh, ad break. I apologize if you're stuck in the ads. We have 2 trackers here. This one is a Galaxy S10 strapped to my chest with a laptop bag shoulder strap because it was just the right size. And the tracker on my hips is allowing me to do the crouch stuff. That is a Nintendo Joy-Con, and it's just sitting on my desk in front of me, right there, right. It'd be like here. But yeah, that allows us to do crouching and turning now. We can twist our body instead of just rotating in place. And because I have drift, it's called drift when your calibration just sort of wanders off on its own. Which, funny enough, the Nintendo Joy-Con joystick will do all by itself. Yes. Which is why this household uses third-party controllers now for the Switch. But instead of the $70 candy bars. How do I do that again? No. There it goes. Okay. Tap, tap. Where were we? Chat? No. No. Okay. Yes. Fun stuff. I love just playing with all the ideas and seeing how far I can take them. The switch. Oh no, is the audio bugged? Because it could be. It could very well be. It's good here? Okay. Yeah, I can't have usually I have the stream preview running on the phone that's currently strapped to my chest. So, yeah. Allegedly, you get a lot better resolution, stability with the actual slime trackers. When I say slime, I'm sure you can tell from the slime girl who was on the screen using SlimeVR because I am dipping my feet into full body tracking and cannot afford. Oh lordy, how many of those trackers would it take? Yeah, I mean, just for, yeah, the context was, it fixed when you said $70 chocolate bar. That'd be a Nintendo Joy-Con. Yeah, because they've all drifted over the last couple of years. All the joysticks no longer stay put or go in the direction you want them to. Thanks to Nintendo's genius design, which I hope they fix for the Switch 2. $70 e-waste. Well, you know what? You can use them for tracking. It's kind of cool. Okay, well, it's staying put. It's not moving right now, but we can make it move. Ta-da! If you look at the numbers, look at those numbers move around. I'm moving the Joy-Con around, the one that I have planted firmly on the desk now. So it has uses now. But no, we went with, oh, and they connect to your computer, which is cool. But yeah, so yeah, I'm playing around with them as full body tracking, even though I'm not. I say full body in quotes because I'm using 2 of them, which is not full body. I think you can use up to 20, apparently. If you have 10 of them, I'm not going to go clicking these because it might mess up my locations. If you have 10 of them, they'd be ankles, thighs, waist, chest, each arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Foot rotation. Okay, so 9, 10. There you go. And they're not, I mean, they're not as expensive as real actual trackers, but yeah. Yeah, another option was to do, another option that I was going to toy with was, I believe it's what, XR Animator, where it's webcam based. Yeah, where it's webcam based with, you know, basically reading, you know, where your joints are and trying to solve that. But what I'm currently using for my setup, since we're at a good stopping point for that, is I'm using obviously these 2 trackers I've just been talking about. Yeah. Let me know, is XR, is it any good? I know Nix was talking about giving it a shot, or he is using it for some extra tracking. So what I usually use is the Leap Motion for the hands, which makes it also look like it's moving my arms, but it's that's solving it's solving the inverse kinematics from the wrist to the shoulder of the model. And then also I'm using an iPhone. Picked up a used, very beat up iPhone 12, and it does the face, the ARKit face tracking stuff. So we've been using that. Before I got the iPhone, I was using iFacial mocap through a webcam with NVIDIA Broadcast, but that used 30% of my GPU. So I can't do as much of this fun stuff if my GPU is being gobbled up to do face tracking. Your model isn't very optimized for full body, but it's free, right? Free. I mean, if you're just testing stuff out, free is the best price. And I'm going to show super tight tracking, but it can't get to recognize hand twists. Oh no, iFacial doesn't work for you anymore? Yeah, I stopped using it, I want to say last summer. Yeah, I want to say I picked up my iPhone like July or August. I've been super happy with it for the face tracking. But yeah, no, before that I was using iFacial mocap, like I said, through a number of steps, and it was working quite well. But then take that with a grain of salt, because because I'm a boxy robot man. So the preview window looked just fine. They do that the scary plasticky waxy looking guy, and that looked just fine. Like it was picking up most of my facial expressions. The boxy robot. Boxy Robot Factory. Yes. Can send the tracking data to both. So the way I'm able to do that, to send the tracking data, I won't bring it up because I think VC Face shows too many IP addresses. But so all this tracking data, including now the slime stuff, that is all being sent over OSC protocol into VC Face, which you can do with Vignon also. So that's all going into VC Face. And then VC Face is exporting all of that, all the compiled tracking data from the leap, the blend shapes from the phone, now the slime tracking stuff. That's all getting exported out. And I'm picking up on that in Unity. And in Unity, I can have as many of me as I want. They will all be using the tracking. This guy right here. They will all be using the tracking. Ah, you're using Unreal. Yeah, I'm using... Oh, you're using VRM for you. I'm using EVMC. Is it... Might not show up on the... Oh, there's the Japanese. EVMC for you. It's a easy virtual motion capture. It's in here somewhere. And honestly, as long as it works in Unity 6, because I'm a Unity guy here, as long as it works in Unity 6, it's fine if it doesn't update. The Spout plugin I was playing with hasn't been updated in like 5 years. Well, except I did have to update it. I did have to hack it a bit. I'd have to change around some lines on the scripting. The copying part broke. In Unity, I have, let's see, everything is going to, where's my man? Here he is. Everything is going to a player avatar or armature. And then anybody who uses, it's been a while since I poked at it, but anyways, anybody who's using the armature can move around. So at one point I had Giant Rusty also hooked up. Yes, I had Giant Rusty hooked up. He who T-poses. He who T-poses over us. There he is. All hail. All hail he who T-poses over us. Yes, he was hooked up. And he'd be easy enough to reattach. I think I just need to find him. Rusty Big. We use good naming here. He's using the VRM avatar. He should be using... Wait, which one? Make sure I get the right one. Animator. This one? Will that do it? Nope, not that one. No, not that one. Which one is it? No. Oh, wait. No. Ah, it's one of these. What is going on here? Okay, the controller, let's put that back. 12F. Oh, not the controller, the avatar. So I need to find out what Rusty's using. This is good troubleshooting. I haven't done this in a while. Rusty, what are you using? You are using VRM avatar. Okay, that's why it's not working. VRM avatar. Rusty Big. Rusty Big. Rusty Big. No, he should be moving too. Why is he not moving? Stop. Nope, that's a good question. We'll have to jot that down. But yes, they can all move at the same time. Theoretically. Wow, he looks really spooky blurred, doesn't he? He looks really spooky when he's completely blurred out. Oh, another fun thing that I haven't played with him forever because just because, you know, we've been working in the factory setting is we've got our cat. No. Oh, well, we've got first person. Hello. Oh, you know, this will work even a little bit better with tracking because I can twist now. Well, that's interesting. That is interesting. Bam. Pseudo VR mode. And now we've even got slightly more VR to it. Oh no, what is, oh, it's Y. There we go. Oh wow, what is going on here? We've got a lot of Pepto-Bismol here. One of my shaders is broken. Because this should not be pink. This should not be Unity's Pepto-Bismol pink of I am broken. Looks kind of cool though. It looks kind of cool. But yes, welcome all to polygon mode. Now it really looks like it's out of a pseudotron kind of dealio, doesn't it? Yes. The tries are definitely courtesy of Unity. It busts everything down into tries. Hey, check out my eyes. Look at all those triangles in the lens. That is the bulk of my model right here. The bulk of my model for triangles. Because we are below, what are we below? I think we're below 1,000 vertices. Which, you know, for a VTuber, that is very impressive. Oh my god. What did we break? You know, this could be why the green screen wasn't working too. Or the green screen is why this isn't working. Okay, let's get out of... What did we break? One of our shaders. We broke the... Oh boy, URP. We broke the forward render pipeline. Okay, now let's try it. No, this is good debugging. See, this is why we're doing this in separate projects before we bring everything together. Okay, Pepto-Bismol, cool. Not cool. Render wire. Render silhouette. That work? No. Compiling shaders. Oh, you know what it is? I know what it is. We broke something. Ooh, how much of something did we break? No? I think what we broke is we started using this rendering path. Forward plus instead of forward. So we had to change some things. Oh boy, let's write that one down. Things to fix, things to fix. Wireframe mode. Mode is pink. There we go. Let's get out of there for the moment. Let's get out of there. Seated budget for maximum input event through the input system update. Interesting. Oh, that's a new error. wonder if it doesn't like that I have so many input devices. Because technically the Joy-Con is hooked up to the computer as an input device, and I didn't account for that. And I also have my I have a PlayStation PS4 controller. So if I don't want to move, you know, herky jerky keyboard knee, I can just do that. All right, all right. What time is it? 9:20. Cool. We have plenty of time. Plenty of time to go play with the office over here. Where is the office? Oh, I need to clean things up over here. Jeez. Nix. Oh, you just missed it. We were just over in the other zone. And there we go. I fixed my posture. I double tapped the B button, which reset my drift, because we are, look at, we can crouch. We can crouch, and we can bend. We can twist. We can twist now. See, it's very exciting. See, it even works in VC Face. Not as, doesn't look as cool as when it's, you know, fully rendered in Unity, but we got a little bit of tracking. But yes, glad you could stop in and say hi on this wonderful morning. Happy April Fools for those of you who celebrate it early. Yeah, the tracking, I would like to see how well the I would like to see how well the actual trackers would do it, because like a lot of people who are using the same kind of janky setup I am, which is a cell phone and a Joy-Con. Yeah, they say that there's problems, you know, with the drifting especially, and the drifting is, that's why I keep rotating. See, look, I'm currently, let's fix this. Ta-da! I fixed my posture again. That's how quickly it goes. Like 2 minutes. It's crazy. Yeah, we can now tilt. We can stretch. I don't stretch back very far, but we can crouch. We can look under stuff. Wait, where's my hand? We can look. There we go. I can type on a keyboard. If I really want to be funny, I can just wiggle the tracker back and forth like this. I don't know if you heard I'm using a laptop bag strap. Jerry rigged. Hold it all up in the right spot. But you know, for running for what, almost an hour and a half now, I'd say it's not the worst. It just loses focus really quick. See, we're already, that is way too quick. I think it's getting worse. Huh. Luckily, I remembered that you can just double tap the button on the controller and it'll reset the drift. But yeah, no, this is, we can sneak. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I've honestly, most of this stream has just been me playing with the new tracking, which you can, of course, use in VR instead of just you know, playing around as a game character in a game here. Yes. Let's go to the office. I want to get this show on the road. I'm going to add in more rubble, move some things around. I think I'm going to get rid of these big furnace looking boiler things. Move the pallet racking to the other side of the factory. Or add more of it. Adding more of it might not be a bad idea. More machinery. Actually, more machinery would be nice. Maybe like a tipped over forklift and some other stuff. You know, I'm just going to get rid of these right now. There. Frees up a lot of space. Yes, and then on Wednesday, I'm going to work on some of the assets, painting some of the textures, working on the logo so I can put that on the boxes and whatnots. And then we'll be nearing complete enough for getting the project merged, all put together. And honestly, most of the merging is just exporting everything in this project that is in the level. So not all of the stuff sitting here in the libraries, the asset libraries behind me, just the stuff I have. It'll be so much smaller, so much easier to back up, not the, who knows, 15 gigabytes worth of low polygon models. Oof. Much easier to back up then. But yes, and then taking all my scripts and extra controllers and whatnot from the main project, smashing them all together in a new one, and going from there. Then we can finally have our just chatting areas, and everything will be nice. Start that over. There we go. Soon. But what we're gonna do here is definitely put in more mumble jumble of monitors and some other stuff. So I can be sitting over here in the corner, throwing off light, playing video, whether it's a video file. Now that I know Spout works again, of the chat up on screen, maybe the feed. Yeah, it'll be nice. But we do need significantly more monitors, and I need to make alternates for the monitors too. So I can put battle damage on some of them with the textures so they don't all look super nice. Because the place these all came from would be one of the other buildings in the factory complex. So Rusty has gathered them here for his own purposes. Yes. Soon. How do we duplicate again? It is Control D. Okay. Too bad I can't just run these as a simulation. I could. Okay, this is gonna be funny. Let's see. I was just thinking, it's like, man, it'd be nice if these could all just fall on their own into place. They can. Let's see. First, they need. Okay, we need. Might as well make it a mesh collider. Mesh is Vuthonic. Let's give it a rigid body. Mass drag, blah, 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 center of mass. Use gravity. All right. So now that we have it on that one. Ah, crud. Okay, now we gotta apply it to the others too. Otherwise it's gonna pass right through. Let's put some colliders. Mesh collider. We'll just leave it as default. See if that works. And the first one. Ideally, you wouldn't do it this way. What you would do is you would put this on the prefab. So you do it once, and then every instance of monitor, in this case, every instance of the monitor would then have the mesh applied. And all the settings. So if you look at this guy, he already has a mesh collider. Ooh, it's convex. That's interesting. Mesh. Okay. And these are all low poly. These are all low poly models. So I'm not too concerned about the resources it would take for it to be, for the collider to be the shape of the object. If we were doing high polygon models, like nice organic models, like nature, like leaves and branches and people and creatures, you wouldn't want to use you could. You could use a low poly version of, low poly version of the mesh. So you could still get away with it, because it would only be for the collisions. Oh, geez, what did I press? Monitor old. Mesh collider. Okay, let's see. That one's going to come with its own. Okay, now we can duplicate this one and it'll have the right stuff on it. Oh, we got an ad starting in a minute. Yeah, let's give this a helping hand by rotating it just a little bit. And let's put another one up here with a slightly different rotation. So this was a fun trick I learned in Vue. Software that used to be amazing and is now obsolete. Because we can do all the stuff real time now. Yeah, let's save. You know what? I'm going to wait to the end of the ad break to give this a shot, just in case anybody wants to watch the cascading failure. It could be fun. Okay, so currently we have a bunch of monitors that are going to plummet to the floor. I think everything else has colliders on it. Even this little Rubik's Cube. And there. Let's see how that falls. There, they should all collide with each other and take up a lot of space. Oops. Gotta be careful. So I preset these up. At least for testing out. They all have screens. Now you think, oh, what do you mean they all have screens? Of course they do. This gray part looks like a monitor. Well, the gray part that looks like a monitor is not part of the model itself. It kind of floats right in front of the monitor. And it's the right aspect ratio for a screen. As in, we can apply video and such to it separately from the target mesh. Kind of like if you, well, this is a bad example because this is all part of the same texture file. This is one of the assets that came with the everything. Probably the Office pack, I don't know. But yes, so much like over in my other project's office, we will be able to have stuff playing on the screens. It'll be fun. That's part of the whole goal over here. Okay, what do we got? 30 more seconds. Okay, I'm actually gonna take a drink, and I do miss it already. Okay. We're using a different model in the lower left today. So we don't have most of our blend shapes, including our props. So no coffee mug on this model yet. Also no headset. He says as he splashes water on his nose. Okay. Ad break is ended. Welcome back. Okay, I believe we saved. If not, we'll save now. We won't be here to see it. Okay, we're gonna leave this here. We'll be able to see it here. We just won't be able to see it rendered beautifully when I hit the play button. Okay, you ready? Ready? Fingers crossed. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, slow clap for that one. All right. I wonder where they ended up. wonder where they ended up. Probably could have seen them go right through the floor from the main camera here. All right, let's try that again. Let's see if they just keep going. Do I not have colliders on the floor? Nope, nope. There they go. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see what's going on. Maybe that's that whole convex thing. Do we get tooltips? Oh wait, here we go. Non-convex mesh. Okay, let's read below here. It says non-convex mesh collider with non-kinematic rigid body is no longer supported since Unity 5. Which version on Earth was Unity 5? We're using Unity 2022 here. All right. Well, this is an easy fix. Can we load up most of these all at once if they have similar properties? Because that'd be super awesome. Let's see if that worked. Convex, convex, convex. Well, what do they use? Do they use kinematic? No, they don't. They don't even have the kinematic on there. Interesting. Okay, I'll just make sure I have convex set for everything. Oh, kinematic was when you're first setting it up, I think. Mesh collider, mesh collider, mesh collider. You didn't have anything on you. Oh, no, you did. Okay. Now let's try it. Oh, wow. So are we just gonna like exorcist all the way around if I don't hit the reset position on the controller? Let's try. It's fun. I'm looking at the screen now with all of you. Oh, we almost had it. We almost had it. We lost some folk there. We lost some folk. Oh no, they're all just there we go. Mission success. They're all just hiding back there. I think I'm gonna leave them like that. Well, not like this. Not like this. I think what I will do is I will add some padding back there. Yeah, we're gonna add in just a regular good old cube. Clutter. What's the clutter? Okay. Cube. Oh, spacer cube. I am waiting for my avatar to just do the full 360 here. I want to see how long it takes. I'm not paying that close attention to it right now, but I will look at the VOD and I will see how long it took for Exorcist Rusty to make his slow return here. Okay, scale you around a bit. Scale you around a bit, put you back down. I know I've probably said it like a million times, but I'm excited for the progress now. I'm excited for the progress now. It's like, it's coming together. This project has been quite a while in the making. And it has definitely had scope creep. Absolutely 100% had scope creep. It's just expanding more and more features, doing more stuff. And that's okay. I have, speaking of more stuff, I have a notebook to my side here. That is a whole bunch of ideas that do not have completed check marks by them. So I'm going to be adding even more stuff. Have we? Nope, we haven't gone all the way around yet. We have not gone all the way around yet. I'm not going to hit that reset button. We're almost there. 2 more minutes, maybe. 2 more minutes. Real quick. Apparently you can set the, at least on the phone, I don't know if that's where the problem is. You can set the phone compass. So maybe I need to turn on the GPS for that on the phone, because then it'll know which way is north, and then it won't it won't do the spinny like it is right now, allegedly. Box collider, blah blah blah. Box collider is box. Okay. Let's see our little physics simulation here. Oh, hey, look at that. We're getting better. We're getting better. That one just stuck there. Mesh collider. Ah, we forgot the rigid body. You know, that's okay. That's okay. I'm not going to put a rigid body on it. I think I'm just going to put that one exactly where I want it. So it won't need physics. It won't need as much physics. Let's see, let's put you like right there. There, right there. Oh. There we go. If I wanted to be really fancy, I could have an emitter just spawning in monitors above here until it stacks up. Then I wouldn't need to place anything. Oops, you are definitely in the wall. There we go. And I'm going to add some random features to these monitors. Like I said before, like battle damage. Some battle damage, maybe get a couple different colors, like a little bit more beige, a little maybe dark gray. I need an iMac isn't era appropriate. Darn. A lovely blueberry iMac would be pretty cool. Maybe that'll be an Easter egg. Because the era would be probably late 80s. Yeah, I haven't quite landed on where I want to be in the tech spectrum. I'm thinking late 80s. Ooh, where are we? Okay, we're getting a little closer. Here. I think I need another cube in the back here. But yes, late 80s would probably be the best overall for the look that I want. And a fun thing about that is that doesn't mean it has to be like the most up to date in the late 80s. At least where I grew up here in the rural Midwest, before the age of the internet, before the age of the internet, we were quite a bit behind the times in fashion. Yeah. Yeah, young Rusty did not have a super up to date clothing or, you know, hip with it. What we saw would be on TV, of course. But even then, it's like TV, magazines and stuff. And yeah, the coasts, the big cities, I mean, even bigger cities within Wisconsin were definitely more up to date with the current fashion than we were in yeehaw rural Wisconsin. Apple Lisa. You know, I could have the one piece Macintosh. Yeah, that would work. I do want to model a few other older computers, like my beloved Commodore 64. Man, that'll be super easy to monitor or to model. I just need to get the right profile and then extrude it. Well, plot the keys on it, of course. And that'll have a place of honor on the desk here. Because I already modeled the monitor. Like this monitor right here is... Oh, hey, we whipped all the way around. Ta-da! This is behind me against the other wall. That was my childhood computer. Or say my family's childhood computer. Actually used it as a business machine. So we've got, in that box of diskettes over on the far side, the box of diskettes, there are, oh gosh, what was the business software called? I forget what it was called. But yeah, no, it's got like, probably has like the full inventory and accounts payable and all that stuff in there from old 80s. Actually, we used this thing throughout the 80s. I say we, I played games on it and typed. But yep, nope, I've got a disk drive. We've got the, look, it looks like I'm actually looking at the, photo with you guys. That's fun. Anyways, so yes, we got the main unit, which has the CPU and all the fun stuff. The 5 1/4 inch disk drive. It's kind of goofy. Way over there. Okay, we're resetting finally. Way over on the other side. 5 1/4 inch disk drive. On top of it, box of discs. Both games, productivity software. VisiCalc, I wonder. I do have CAD software for it. I should give that a shot at some point. I have CAD Pack 64. This is a dataset drive right here. So more popular in Europe. They, instead of using diskettes, used dataset discs, obviously. Basically audio cassettes, and you can record on audio cassette. Don't play it back though on a regular stereo. It lots of screeching. Yes, a working dataset drive. I have some software on cassette, and then can I stretch? Over here, some stacks of cartridges. So those are like here, you know, like a good old Atari or Nintendo or whatnot, you know, cartridge-based systems. You plug them into the back of the main unit here. And let's see. This is a light pen, which I believe is broken. I would love to crack it open and try and fix it. Light pen. So it's a drawing stylus, and you use it on the monitor. So on a CRT like this, or a TV, old TV. And you hold down the joystick button and you just draw. And that was so much fun before young Rusty broke it. A couple joysticks. Got a modem, but I've got that on like a yard sale or something, so I highly doubt it works. It's 900 baud, I believe. So not like 900K, but 900. Super slow. But yeah, this all works. I did buy a modern power supply for it, because even back in the day, Commodore power supplies were known to go out and usually take some of this stuff with it. Yeah, actual floppy disks, yes. And I picked up a couple more sets of the main unit and disk drives over the years. I think I have 4 of them total, because before the nostalgia collectors of the last couple of years, uh, people pretty much gave these away. Now I think you can sell them for like 150, 200 bucks just for the main computer unit. So I guess if I'm ever falling hard times, there I've got a grand sitting around. You know, I was not paying attention to where the Rubik's Cube was following. Mesh collider. Duplicate that one. We'll toss one of these up here too, just for fun. Oh, I did not put the bottom on this guy. Oops. Oh, there's the is kinematic. Aha. But yes. No, working computer. I also have an Atari from that era. I have my childhood Atari that I picked up at a garage sale, super cheap. And I had that instead of a Nintendo. That shows my age right there. I had a couple friends that had Nintendos. I had the Commodore I could play with once in a while, you know, one that wasn't being used for business purposes. And then I had an Atari I picked up when I was late grade school, I want to say. But yes, definitely was jealous of friends who had, who were playing Mario and stuff like that. Though one of the things I want to play on stream is the Atari. Is it the Flashback collection? I want to say. What was it? Atari 50, the 50-year anniversary celebration. I started playing it on my own because it's like a documentary. It's a whole thing. It's a Atari 50. I think it's on most of the big systems, you know, the home systems, but on Steam you can get it, and it has a whole bunch of games throughout the history of Atari. So starting from they're emulated and whatnot, of course, but they did revamp, reimagine some of the classic games. And they're hard as hell. They are not forgiving. But they start with like the arcade, and you unlock more games as you play them and progress through the documentary. So it's pretty cool. So I think I want to play that on stream if I have a long stream sometime, and sit there and just kind of enjoy it with y'all. Or I'll go sit on my couch and I guess I could play it too and watch it. I think it'd be fun to pause and reminisce with, stuff like that. Oh no. The base. The base is not part of... We might end up manually placing these after all. Although, can we capture their location? I think we can. We can! Awesome. So I can use this as a simulation. It's like, okay, that's pretty much how they would naturally fall because, you know, game engine says so. And then I can go up here and you see these numbers up here. These are the object's current locations. You know, position, rotation, scale doesn't matter because they're not going anywhere with scale. But what you can do is let's take this guy. Like this. Copy. World transform, I believe, would do it. Okay, so he's way up there. We go over here, paste, world transform, and that's where he ended up. And then we would just turn off the gravity. So we would turn off the rigid body, and that's where he would be. Nice. That is awesome. That is what I was hoping it would do. Undo paste. 9:55. We're coming up on it here. Right now, this looks kind of neat too. It'd be like you know, a magical event happened and they're just kind of floating there. You know, I'm writing that down. This. Hello. I'm gonna say hello every time I reset my position. This is excellent. I'm gonna call it magic event. Pause time. Disable gravity. There. So one of the cool things about that, I don't think I have to have is kinematic enabled. But one of the cool things about it is if they're just floating there, I can run into them. You know, so they'll be floating there. They'll just be not moving, unfortunately. Unless I give them like some slight physics, because you can adjust like their mass and drag. I suppose I could turn mass into nothing, so they just kind of hover there. But anyways, you can change all these settings however you want to simulate whatever you want. You know, it's a game engine, right? I can have them floating there and I can just bat them around. I like that idea too. I have the chair set too. The chair has three different mesh colliders because it's a complex shape, I imagine. Rigid body, blah, 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 use gravity, mass, drag. Okay, so these are the default settings too. Discrete collision detection, what do these have? Also discrete. Okay. Freeze position. Freeze rotation. Aha. Interesting. So if you wanted something to spin like a top, like if it, I run into it and you just want it to spin in place, I guess you would freeze everything except the like the Y rotation. So there's so much you can do just by exploring. Hello. So much you can do just by exploring all the options. And I guess this is one of the perks of being a hobbyist and not having to do this for money. Not having to do this for a salary or money or whatnot is I am not under pressure except for myself. My own deadline of dragging this out further and further. So I can sit here and I can play with these things and experiment and explore and really learn as I go, like I have been. I've been uploading VODs to my VOD channel, which I still haven't added to this, to that. But you can get there from there. It's just a Rusty Robot Factory VODs. Simple username, simple URL. And so I've been going through some of it. I've been going through them as I've been uploading them. Make sure that the audio is not too far off. Do little corrections here and there. And it's interesting to see when I did things. Because it's not really as I remember it. Yeah, it's like, well, how long ago? When did I model this or that? It's like, oh, interesting. And it's also interesting to be able to now look back at it, a year from now, one of you lovely first-time chatters dropping in, you want to go take a peek at that and see, more than just clips. You want to go see, oh, what was Rusty's first stream look like? It's terrible. But what is the 1 year anniversary stream? That's up. That's been up for a while, but yeah, it's fun. I'm excited to catch up to some of the later streams, like the workshop streams, which I do want to have again soon. Soon, I do want to have a workshop stream soon where it's live, without the robot, unless he's in pieces, which he might be. I am debating which parts. We're going to snooze this ad here. Boom. Because we'll be wrapping up in a little bit. I am debating what parts I want to make on stream and what parts I just want to, just want to do to get them done. Get the robot updated with the new neck motors and such. Because I'm also looking forward to that. getting him back in action. He's running right now. It's not super ideal. Not super ideal. But yes, I have a few parts that I need to actually machine on a metal working machinery. And I'm going to try and line up a few things to work on. So it's not just like 10 minutes of, okay, I made these parts. Stream's over? Question mark? I'm sure there'd be ways I could pad time. I mean, look how much I've accomplished in the last 2 hours. That was me taking a jab at myself for yapping. But I think even the yapping's been a success because we got some of the tracking tested out. Been sitting here for 2 hours, and if I hadn't hit the reset button like now, I think I would have spun around probably a good 20 times. I'll have to look at the VOD to see exactly how long it took to make a full rotation of the positioning. The positioning just keeps turning. So that's funny. That is very amusing to me. But I think overall it's on this one. I think overall the experiment was a success. Honestly, what I should try is I should probably try a Joy-Con instead of an old cell phone for the chest. Maybe that one won't drift. Although, correction, look at this number go. The Joy-Con might be what's causing the problems. It just keeps going. Do we have the numbers for the other trackers? Let's see. Oh, that has hardware IDs. I can't show that one. Rotation, what do you... $68, $67. It's the Joy-Con. The Joy-Con is there we go. The Joy-Con is what's causing the rotation problems. So funny enough, if I just go like this, there we go. I can over-engineer it. What I can do is I can put a little stepper motor underneath the Joy-Con to have it turn counterclockwise to counteract the yaw drift that the Joy-Con has in this facility. Oh, don't worry about me being doxy or something here. This is my local computer. 127.0.0.1 for pretty much anything, at least for the VTubery stuff. And I assume everything. That's your local machine. So this is basically sending this is connected to a different part or something else on the local machine. And do you like their port number? Nice. Okay. All right. Bring back some windows here. And bam. Yes. So art stream Wednesday. 8 Central. I should just say Central because I don't remember if it's are we in CDT or CST? I think we're in CDT, Central Daylight Time, I think now. Daylight savings. Let's see. We should stop over and raid somebody. Got a couple minutes here. But thank you all for stopping by, of course. Nope, snooze ad. Haha, gotcha. Thank you all for stopping by. And Wednesday art stream. Let's see. Hopefully, assuming the computer setup works swimmingly. I always have to complicate things because I'll be using a different computer because that's where my Adobe crap is on my old machine because I could not get it to install the new one. Thanks, Adobe. Yep, logo stuff. If I can't get that to work, like logo and promotional material for the in-universe company. If I can't get that to work quite right, we're going to be working on texturing and texturing, maybe emotes. Getting more stuff done for the Rustyverse here. Thanks for stopping by. We're gonna go listen to some music. We're gonna go raid NVR or Endeavor. Should probably ask if it's, Endeavor. Endeavor works. Raid message. I think we have a raid message. I should update it. There we go. It saves me from clicking on my beloved dancing dinosaurs. And you know what? They're having a rave, so I'd say that works. Again, thank y'all for stopping by. Hope to see you again on Wednesday. And yeah. Catch you next time.